How's it going, Internet? This is Jacob with Jacob Reviews Things, and if you couldn't tell by the knife sitting in front of me, we're here to do a knife review. Specifically, the CRKT Xolotl, which I think that's how it's pronounced. It's got an X in front of it. I don't know. I don't speak Aztec. But, yeah. Now, some of you have seen my other reviews, maybe thinking, whoa, 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 whoa. This is the guy who says he doesn't like to carry knives for self-defense, and here he is doing a review on a stiletto, a very self-defense oriented and aggressive type of knife, you know. And the reason for that is my brother likes stilettos. He has a cool one. I wanted to get one too because, you know, I like knives. I just like collecting knives. I'm very eclectic in my knife collecting. I like to have, like, I don't know, different designs basically. So yeah, I'm not carrying this knife for self-defense. I mostly just have it just for the sake of it because I like it and I think it's cool. With that out of the way, let's talk about the actual knife. It's incredibly well designed. Like, the action is great. The handle, it is so ergonomic. It fills your hand. You want to do work with it. You're not gonna lose it for sure. And it's pretty nimble, in your hand. Like, this knife definitely has some weight to it. It's not like made of carbon fiber and dreams or anything like that. So you can feel it in your hand and in your pocket, but it's not obnoxious in any way. Yeah, and one thing again that shows this being kind of self-defense oriented, I believe, and very well designed and thought out by Michael Rodriguez, the designer, is that unlike a lot of pocket knives, when you grab onto it, there's actually something sticking out of the other side of your hand, which for self-defense is obviously advantageous because you can hit somebody with the butt of it, or if, I don't know, you need to break a car window, it has this huge chunk of metal on the back here, or so that, yeah, if you're gonna wax stuff with this, they're gonna feel it because it kind of comes to a bit of an edge and then kind of a diamond-like point. You're not gonna stab yourself with it, obviously. I'm pressing pretty hard into the palm of my hand, and yeah, nothing. So it's not like you're gonna stab yourself deploying the knife or anything stupid. But yeah, the other thing too that's very well thought out is whoever whoever grinds the tip on this thing is, they're earning their money. This is the scariest, most acute point in my knife collection. Like, the only thing I have that competes with it is a cold steel frenzy, which is another idiotic, ridiculous cold steel knife that I love because of all those reasons. Yeah, review of the cold steel frenzy coming soon. Like, subscribe. Uh, yeah. Now, the blade, obviously, bit of a dagger, stiletto, bayonet style, whatever you want to call it. It's hard to tell on the camera because the knife is very, very thin. Like, you can see the stock, like the blade stock here, and then it just gets, like, halved, basically. Yeah, it is very thin. It'll slide into whatever you stab it into. That point is just viciously sharp. And the other thing that surprised me is it slashes really well. Like, obviously, this type of knife doesn't lend itself well to slashing, but that tip is so sharp. If you catch something with it, it's just gonna kind of cut through it. Yeah, so I mean, I don't see this knife as being very practical for EDC. I mean, if you whip this out, like, at your workplace or at a Starbucks or whatever to, like, I don't know, cut a loose thread off your shirt, people are gonna look at you like you're a psycho, and I don't blame them for that because, yeah, the stilettos have a bit of a reputation, and this is very aggressive looking. So yeah, one thing this knife does really well that I think other stilettos don't is the guard. I usually think for whatever reason, most stilettos do a garbage job with this. Or I've seen some where, like, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to go on a big rant about that, but this very well designed. You're not gonna slide your finger and cut yourself on this. It's got good jimping on both sides, so the flipper, yeah, you're gonna get a good grip on that. If you want to flick it open on the other end, you can do that pretty easily. The action is super smooth. I have yet to it's yet to fail to deploy or to like half deploy whenever I whip it out. Um, what else? Oh, I mentioned I think Michael Rodriguez is a smart designer. I think a couple times, but he's also got a bit of an artistic flair to his designs that I really appreciate. Yeah, if you want to, like if you look at the tech paddle push dagger he also designed with CRKT, it's just beautiful looking. And this, I wouldn't describe this knife as beautiful, but it definitely has like it's got a nice look to it. And to go along with, like, I believe he mentioned Xolotl was like an Aztec death god of some kind, or a Mayan death god. And to go along with that theme, I think he said in an interview the pocket clip is supposed to represent a sternum, like in a rib cage, and then these little grooves here are ribs coming out of the sternum. Which, honestly, I really like that. I think that's cool. I think that's something a lot of knife designers kind of miss, is just, or not knife designers, but a lot of knife companies, they just miss that kind of flair in their knives, which I appreciate. It's not necessary, but it's nice, especially in an $80 knife, to have those considerations put in while still being this functional. Because, yeah, I mean, oh yeah, lockup, liner lock, good jimping on the lock, or on the actual liner, so no problems there. Great. I wish more companies would have jimping like this on their liners. It's just a personal preference of mine. What else can I say about this? I mean, my only real nitpick with this knife is, aside from not being practical for the things I use it for, and that's my own fault for buying it, is the clip can't be mounted here in the back, which for a flipper, when I pull it out of my pocket, that's where I prefer to have my clip, so I can just, as I'm pulling it out, boom, good to go. Ready to scare the people at Starbucks. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all that's wrong with it. You can look up the measurements on your own if you're interested in that. I believe the blade is like 3.5 inches. The handle is big, but not obnoxiously big. Like, you'll feel it in your pocket, but it's pretty long and thin, so it kind of just settles there and chills. You're not, yeah, it's not going to shred your pants over time, because this isn't very rough at all. Like, down the center, there's a decent amount of texturing here, but it's mostly just the actual shape of the handle that keeps your grip, which I like. What else? What else can I say? Yeah, I mean, the blade's really thin, so don't be one of those idiots who batons through wood with a knife. I mean, don't be one of those idiots anyways. Like, buy a hatchet. They're like $15 at a Home Depot. Like, seriously. Yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. So if you're looking for just a really quality stiletto for, I believe I bought it on sale, so I don't know the exact price. I think it's around $80 or $90. For the quality of the product you're getting, I think that's pretty reasonable. Honestly, I feel like they could charge more for this. When you see other companies like Actinon Verba, they have some kind of stiletto, but it's like $160. Like, oh my god, I'm not buying that when I could get something like this. So yeah, good design, good company. It's part of the Forge by War program, so some of the proceeds go to helping out veterans, which is excellent. So yeah, with all that, have a good day, everybody. If anybody in Ukraine is watching this, keep kicking ass. We support you guys. Good luck. Stay safe, everyone.